Warning. The following video contains media such as photos, videos, and audio that do not belong to me and belong to their rightful owners. You are not allowed to copy, steal, or re-upload this video. Anyone who does so may receive a copyright strike from the owner of this video. Holly jolly swa 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 swa.
Ever since the early 20th century, trains have been involved throughout the Christmas season, from toy trains running around Christmas trees, to various themed trains that can take you to the North Pole to see the one and only Santa Claus. They play a big important role in one of the most important holidays that we celebrate today. Join us as we take a look at some various trains throughout New England that include Santa specials, steam engines, passenger trains, and a narrow gauge railroad. This is Christmas on the Rails, the D&H Railfan Christmas Special. On an island near Narragansett Bay, you may recognize Aquatic Island, where the historic city of Newport is located. Newport offers tons of activities for tourists, including famous mansions, cliffside walks, tall ships, and a rich sailing history. Most people don't know that this is near the Transportation and Visitors Center. There are railroad tracks with a little red station. This is where the Newport Secondary Rail Line, a 13-mile railroad operated by the Newport-Narragansett Bay Railroad and the Old Colony and Newport Railway, which has been isolated from the U.S. rail network since the 1980s. What you're looking at here is the recently restored section of track that has brought the south end of the line back into operation for the first time since 2021. Here we see ex-BC Rail RDC number 15, which is borrowed by the Old Colony Newport from the Newport-Narragansett Bay Railroad for regular excursions out of Newport, and a Porter-built 50-tonner number 7349, which was recently repainted by the volunteers of the Old Colony Newport not too long ago during the late summer of 2025. Today, 7349 along with 15 are doing the honors of hauling Christmas-themed trains for Old Colony for the first time since 2014, when they ceased passenger operations. The Christmas event is called Train Rides with Santa, a series of excursions where kids can sing Christmas carols, enjoy hot chocolate and cookies, and have a cozy story time with Santa himself. During the months of mid-November to December, the Essex Steam Train and Riverboat of Essex, Connecticut operates a series of numerous train rides during the months of November to December called the North Pole Express, where passengers in their pajamas will take a ride on a journey to the North Pole. The 4 trains on the Valley Line contain 3 steam engines, number 40, number 97, and number 3025. 1 diesel locomotive, which is one of the 4 operating 80-tonners that they own, is also used. This has been a fan favorite not just for the families, but for the rail fans. It's not every day that you get to see 3 steam engines running in one day. A wonderful steam experience in the southern area of Connecticut. It's not that often that the Northeast will get a bit of snow during the cold winter months. Here's a montage of MBTA and Amtrak trains during the snowy days on the busy Northeast corridor. town of South Carver, Massachusetts in Plymouth Country lies a 2-foot narrow gauge railroad called Edaville. Founded in 1947 by Ellis D. Atwood, the railroad was created to preserve the nearly scrapped rolling stock from various 2-foot gauge railroads in Maine that had shut down due to the Great Depression. Over the years, the park has changed owners multiple times and has struggled to find long-term success, eventually leading it to be put up for sale. The footage from 2022 to 2024 shows the period when Edaville, then operating as a theme park, was reorganized after being taken off the market for the second time. The locomotives featured during this era are Edaville No. 11, a former saddle tank engine built by Porter in 1925 and later rebuilt as a tender engine, and Monson No. 3, built in 1913 by Vulcan. No. 3 was originally one of the 4 steam engines that ran during the early days of Edaville. It was purchased by Maine Narrow Gauge in the early 90s during Edaville's first closure, and was recently returned to the park as a leased engine. Things changed in 2025 when Edaville was purchased by Lancelot Entertainment, the company that also owns another Carver attraction, King Richard's Fair, a Renaissance fair. The theme park rides were auctioned off and the 2 steam engines were no longer needed, so they were transported back to Maine. No. 11 is now owned by the Maine Locomotive Machine, while the lease on No. 3 ended and Maine Narrow Gauge once again has possession of the Forney. Today, Edaville operates as an entertainment center, hosting King Richard's Fair and the Festival of Lights, with trains now powered by diesel. Let's go back a few years to when the modern theme park received its final send-off during what were some of the best years that Edaville had in a long time. Just over 10 miles away from Edaville, we're in Buzzards Bay near a railroad bridge where trains cross over the canal onto the land of Cape Cod. At the station is a 9-car-long passenger train owned by the Cape Cod Central Railroad, where they're hosting their annual Polar Express event. This is a train ride that will recreate what you would see in the movie, like getting your ticket punched, hot chocolate getting served, and meeting Santa Claus, where he will give you a bell from his sleigh as a reminder to believe. The motive power for the ride is Mass Coastal's GP9RM, number 2008, and two FL9s, 2026 on the lead behind 2008 and 2011 on the back. Let's follow this special train as it goes on an 18-mile round trip that will depart Buzzards Bay, head all the way to the North Pole, which is in Rochester, and back. Every year, the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council hosts the annual Polar Express train ride with the now G&W owned Providence and Worcester Railroad. The train ride includes P&W's fleet of 6 passenger cars along with an E9B unit converted to a head-end power car, and a pair of 2 diesel locomotives owned by the P&W. The motive power for the train this year is B39-8, number 3910, and the newest locomotive in the fleet, a GP39, number 2323, both of which were sporting Polar Express logos on their hoods. Enjoy as you watch this longest running Polar Express train ride in the world leave Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and make its way to the North Pole. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you have enjoyed this special which showed various trains and locations in a Christmas-themed setting. We hope that you have a very Merry Christmas. We hope that you get to see any sort of Christmas train this year, whether it be a train in the snow, any train running during the Christmas season, or a train actually themed for Christmas. If not, you can still enjoy Christmas on the rails.
People are in your family, and how old are you, and so much more. We've got games to play and songs to sing, so come along and enjoy the ride. All aboard.